Okay.
Council, you may proceed. Oh. Is there a problem? Oh.
I just told him that si sekunda nkol fisalta ima di kontonga. So ako amanjawya. So somebody has to take the fall. I placed it on the si sekunda nkol. Yes. Oops, that's a major faux pas.
No.
He says we can proceed.
Can proceed.
You don't want Jarangas to collapse here.
No. I don't know.
Mr. Chair, I should have actually put it on the new wingers. Yes, Mr. Ka. Mr. Jajisi, hekatunye. Abuka ko yo nyama jang bari. So I'm really sorry. Perhaps it was because of the activities that were ongoing, the reconciliation activities, and people got carried away and forgot to serve him lunch. Yes, our sincere apologies. Mr. Chair, may we resume? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No. I don't want this to be on record.
Yeah. No problem.
So Chief, hekatunya de anko. Yeah. I hope you are able to proceed.
Yeah, inshallah.
May I remind you that you are still under oath?
Kombe hakilo bulanda nyinna e kalo menda ni kabi wala kale kilingo wala be sabatering.
Allah, makilo baka.
I remember that.
Chief, you have already apologized to the Sikunda people for imposing an alcalo on them unlawfully and also for sending them to jail.
Ako ye bolo se yo di Sikunda nkol male men ya lonko ye alcalo di la men ya lonko amanke dianne moti andu inare ne samba kaso fanando ye bolo se ke o fanan.
I want to know who actually tried them.
Jumala ye kitindi.
Sikunda nkol.
Yes.
Na tolle kitindi na district tribunal.
They were tried by our district tribunal.
Who are the participants in the trial?
Jumala ma beta o kitio nyinto.
Who constituted the district tribunals?
Tribunal
who are the members.
Sefo la kiti bungo nying jumale sita kunna.
Menu sita kunna wala mukiti dingol manu be Jara West.
Well, those who sat over the trial were the people who used to carry out trials of the Jara West district
tribunal.
District tribunal.
Tell me the names.
Tol fonyaba.
If I remember, somebody called Malawi Yabo was there.
And Lanjanke Manjang.
And Lanjanke Manjang.
Mfamaradabo.
Mfamaradabo.
Alaji Jajisi?
Ante Fambeja.
Yes, and myself.
But Kitty Dumol Nanta Kalamonan, let the kilo one hakilo botawala.
And those who sat over the trial with me, there should be 4 people, but I forgot about the name of one of them.
This is fine by me. Chief, this is a serious issue. You appointed a rival chief.
Alcalo.
A rival Alcalo in Sikunda, correct?
Ye Alcalo tombo Sikunda sata kono me yalonko nyosa banyole soto.
Yes.
And those who did not recognize the chief, you personally tried them.
Andu mendu mawo Alcalo nyin sute ite fon kundingole yo mol kitini.
Yes.
Do you see the violation of laws involved in that?
Ya jelaban luwati nya men dabula taw ko nyin kono ba.
You were a judge in your own cause.
Ite fon keta kiti tela de fon la kuoto.
Yes.
And you know our constitution does not allow that.
Andu yalo na luwa buku ba nyin maman son wala.
Yes. I know that now.
This one, even morality, even the Quran will teach you against that. You cannot be a judge in a matter in which you are already interested in. You are already a vested party.
Yes.
Isonta.
Yes.
Again, what do you say to the people of Sikunda?
Because ne kuke men ni lua manta oto irontal. Si bolo say. Afo ko ngamen ke amang ngal bolo say.
If you offend people or you do something which is wrong, you have to apologize to those people. So I'm telling them that I am sorry.
And you sentence them to 50 days.
Yes, I'm tilta lulu.
Isn't it? They were sentenced.
Yes, that's what they spent in the prison.
And when you sentence them to 50 days, what did you do with the record?
Those documents are with the court's clerk.
Did you give any notice to anybody about that?
Well, as for us, after doing any trial, documents involved in the trial, you have to take them to the governor.
In this case, did you take it to the governor?
Yes.
And what did you say to the governor?
I showed him that we have done the trial of these people.
And?
So, sentence man, a baby suffering kaito balala.
Yes, after the judgment, whatever, and the amount of time they're supposed to spend in prison, we wrote everything on those documents.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. We move on from the Sikunda issue. Let's talk about Kasim Fadera.
Yes.
Kasim's allegation is that you evicted him from the land, the canteen that he was occupying. And you unlawfully sold the land to somebody else. What do you have to say about that?
Yemune soto ibe mem fola woto.
I remember among Kevanya.
How he said it is not the way it happened.
Tell us what happened.
Silang afonye muneketa.
Kasim ala kantingo bedamento area council je diala.
The plot that Kasim was using was given to him by the area council.
Because banko nyimu soman kolla banko leti.
Because that land belongs to the people of Soma.
But
it is near the roadside.
So another responsibility the area council.
Then the area council was given a responsibility so that anybody who wants to use that place will be allocated to them by the area council. Because it is by the roadside. Nobody can take that place as a permanent place.
So that's how
it was. And Kasim was given a canteen at that place.
And more dantang men
Plus some other people who were there with him around that area, around the location. If I can remember them, somebody called Alhaji Karamba was there.
Alhaji Mustafa Kambi.
Alhaji Mustafa Kambi.
And Alhaji Njanko, ni manyina.
And Alhaji Njanko, if I can remember.
Ani mo kilimobe Kanikunda le kafa Njundu Sedikan.
Plus somebody who is staying at Kanikunda called Njundu Sedikan.
So area council nata na notice di la puru ye boje.
Then area council later noticed them to move away from that location.
Because what more?
But that notice was suspended.
But we notice on inarana jenkindi karala ya baile follow.
Ko ya suspend. No,
I was not aware of that suspension when it took place.
But according to Kasim, you played a particularly crucial role in harassing him and getting him arrested and ensuring that the place is demolished.
Ite fango kundingo ye lodula kumba bale ta ko nyin kono kaje ko iboita kan ya bondi dingira nyindo ye lanyim boy.
And that the land is sold to someone else, and all of this was done because he was not a supporter of APRC. He was a UDP supporter.
And nyimbe la ta kan dalilo men kan wala nyinti ko katunga ta manke atamu UDP kanun teldi wala ya sabu.
That is not the truth.
Okay, let's take it step by step. Was the land in fact sold?
I am not aware of the sale of that plot.
Who was it given to?
Adita Jumala.
That plot was given to Hamidou Jah.
Was it given to him gratis, or he paid some money for it?
For ya diala ya swala ban fo ay kodo dole jwa.
Ya long area council la diro dolbe je ka kodo dilal. Dolbe je buka dila.
The deals carried out by the area council, sometimes if they are giving a plot to somebody, the person has to give out some money. Sometimes they just give it to him, just that person like that.
In this case, what happened?
In Kuoto muneketa.
Nyingi mawafi.
No, this one, it was not sold.
Did he give money?
If he has given any money, I am not aware of that.
Were you involved in the transaction?
Yes. When Hamidou came and said that he wants to build a bakery, he went to the governor and discussed it with him, and at that time it was Modu Soma who was the governor.
Full name?
Modu Soma Job.
Modu Soma Job.
Modu Soma ente kumandi and area council la CEO.
It was Modu Soma who called me plus the CEO at the area council.
What's his name?
Rodu.
CEO ato kafa Baba Dindin Jobat.
The CEO was called Babadindin Jobate.
Akonye konga investor soto me alon kanata jala ftanyi sen furle lolaja.
He came to me and said that I got an investor who wants to build a bakery here.
So nin temporal kantingol men be sila dala ten adula jube je me alon ko isi notice o dila pour ye fanko nyin keje because wole
Nga sarta demanding as a senior.
Aka domandi sadio kuma kan yesenia.
So I may it and wala mnyenti ko nyin kantingol men be sila dala ten bawo dita temporal.
Then he told me that these canteens, which are by the roadside, as far as the tenure there is temporary,
Si dolu bondi je
let's remove some of them
pour kanyin furo nyin keje.
so that we will put the bakery there.
Because wala fana sembo warta nyin dolut.
Because the bakery is more powerful than these other businesses going on there.
So bravo for nyalem area council nata notice.
Let me ask you, was that really fair?
Oh, tilindale ba.
Yalon dulani me ka di molle buka di la permanent.
Because the reason is that location, when giving it out, they don't give it out on a permanent basis.
The question I ask is it fair to take it from the hands of those who are less powerful and give it to those you believe are more powerful? Is that fair?
Yalong kam daman to for wala mnyinti ko ka di men la ye men di because they ka di nyina kam men yalong ko investors men we sembo soto pour mo jama be na fala ji wala atin nan ni wolu nata ka dol bondi je men man sembo soto e dula do di la and then ye allocate wol ya
As far as the allocation of those plots are done on a temporary basis. So this is why if somebody comes who has a more powerful business than the ones operating there, they have to look at it and try to remove some of those less powerful businesses so that the powerful ones can have a place to establish. So this was the norm.
The question is,
government,
was that fair?
For tilintaleba.
And tolu fe wotu mo wala fisata puru tole taraji. Tol man be nyaton kala jen tol nga wala mira.
Well, as for us,
nga mira wala be mol na fala.
As for us, who were among the leadership there, that's what we thought, because of those powerful businesses will bring more benefit to the people than the small businesses operating there.
But so you demolish their places, those who are less powerful, and you give it to the powerful, and then the less powerful are left to fend for themselves.
And
No, we didn't leave them empty-handed.
Did you allocate another piece of land to them?
The new places that we allocated to them, in fact, were bigger than the former plots that they occupied.
Were you going to build for them?
No, we are not going to build it for them. They should do the building for themselves.
So you demolish their places, and then you allocate it to the powerful. And then you allocate them another place, and you ask them to build it themselves. And you know that they don't have the resources. Just answer my question. We are not talking about the conditions. We are not saying that you don't have the right to remove them. We are just interrogating the rationale of the decision you had taken.
Mbe ko nyini karolo ke kandron ale silo menta ale baro menta ikang.
Just imagine.
Ini amir.
The poor person.
Fuaro.
You demolish their house.
Ali era bungo boy.
And ask them to go and build elsewhere on their own.
And
then you allocate it to the rich person. How do you feel about that?
Well, according to how we were thinking in those days, was that was going to be more beneficial to a lot of people.
Because akakeje wala nyama fana kato haninte fon la kantingo ya boyle ya di modul.
Because that's the way things were going on at that time. Because even my own canteen was also demolished and given to somebody else.
Where Fadera did not tell this commission that you allocated him another piece of land.
Fadera ma fanyin commission we janko inata na dinkira dole diala.
He will not say that because the new place we gave him, in fact, was very close to the old place that he was operating from.
His allegation is that you guys were given $300,000 which you shared amongst yourselves.
That was just his own thinking.
But what role did you play in this allocation of land?
Area council, for example,
you know, that area, whatever happens if somebody comes looking for a plot, an area council is going to allocate that plot to those people. You have to go to the alkali. You have to go to the alkali and obtain a paper from him, which the alkali will stamp. You go to the governor, who will also stamp the paper. Then you go to the CEO of the area council, who will also normalize the whole arrangement.
So physical planning.
After all that, physical planning will come and carry out a measurement of the place. If you want to build a house there, you can build it. They will give you a permit to build a structure there.
So it is important for the alcalo to stamp it. It is important for the chief to stamp it.
Yes.
It's important for the CEO to stamp it.
Yes.
Without their stamp, the document is not valid.
Yes.
Take a look at this document. Have you ever seen this document?
Yes.
How did you recognize it?
This is a transfer paper which made it, which facilitated the transfer to Hamidou.
Was this the document that was executed?
Well, if it is not a photocopy, then this is the document itself.
Could you see your signature on the document?
Yes, I've seen it. It's here. It's there.
Do you recognize other signatures on the document?
Yes,
I have recognized the Alcalo's signature.
And Soma VDC.
Plus the Soma VDC.
And then one defa damfa.
And one defa damfa. These are the ones I recognized.
But do you notice that there is a signature above?
Council, a minute.
You notice also that there is a signature above the title CEO, Chief Executive Officer.
Come again?
You notice that there is a signature above the title Chief Executive Officer.
Haninka biya kala mudala ko Chief Executive Officer ala makamo title ala toning abe kaito nyimbala kodi.
Aha, abe jela Chief Executive Officer wala be safarinje.
Yes, it is there. Chief Executive Officer.
Can you show me? Look, the VDC prepared the document. That's what you said, correct?
Satela irwa kafo nyin VDC wale kaito nyin topoto kodi.
VDC le transferring kaya.
It was the VDC who made the transfer to him.
But was it proper for the VDC to make the transfer?
For anyanta kele wala nyama ko VDC nyanta wo transfer nginda dala.
Akache?
It used to.
But the VDC is just a committee. It has no ownership over anything.
But the VDC, wal mu committee da malti, it will tante ngani fenti.
VDC mu village development committee let ning development nata sata okon. Ala entry points ka keto let.
VDC is the village development committee. Any development that comes to the village, it has to go through the VDC.
But does the VDC own anything?
For VDC, to le fence to le bank.
Yeah, fence to je.
Yes,
what do they own?
As I said, in the village there, some of the lands there. It is the villagers who own the lands. They just give authorities to the area council for them to do things for them. This is why the VDCs are there.
Shouldn't this transfer have been done by the area council?
O area council le manyanda nyin transfer nyin kela.
O tol manyan nakel.
For area council nyole manyan nakela.
Area council sake no le VDC sake no.
Area council can do the transfer, the VDC too can do the transfer.
Well, I don't really know the statutory status of the VDC. And I don't know whether it can own property or it can act as trustee for property. So let me leave it at that. But show me the stamp of the chief on that document.
Silang ning chief ni la stamp otandae kaito konoje.
I did not see that, but my signature is there.
So the document is not valid. For that.
You said it.
Not signature majiji.
I did not see my signature.
No, your signature is there.
Na stampo.
My stamp,
signature beje.
but my signature is there.
So the document is not valid. Show me the stamp of the city council, of the area council.
La area council wala stamp otandin na kaito kono ba.
No, those people also, their stamp is not there.
So again, the document is not valid. And look at the date of signing by the CEO.
CEO kaito signé lungo minna.
So what's the date? Tell us the date.
On the 7th May.
That is on the 7th of May.
Tell us the day the transfer is made. Look at the middle of the document.
Transfer kete lungo minna o formulier ba.
July 2007.
Tell us the full date.
Lungo be formulier. Lunjuma.
On the 17th.
On the 17th.
So it means the CEO signed the transfer document even before the transfer is made.
Akamunta ko silan CEO we nyin kayto de lungo ngi sa sign ne atara transfer fangom danding transfer fang bekela.
Nyadi?
Could you pass it?
Ma understand.
I did not understand that.
Well, the CEO signed on the 7th. The transfer is purported to be made on the 17th.
Ko CEO ngi lungo min na sign ko mo on the 17th.
Okay.
But transfer ngi wo lungo e min ke je wo mo on the 17th.
So Mr. Jajisi.
La Mr. Jajisi.
Nyim fanang alboitale. It looks like there are irregularities on this one.
Kamunta ko aleta mandirol min tama mi alon ko akake wo nyama de.
No work at all to understand.
If that happened, I did not understand.
No.
But you said the document needed to be stamped by the chief, but you did not stamp it.
But ide le afo de ko nyin kayto nyin chief la nyanta sign a stamp la.
But my stamp.
But ite ma stamp.
Na stamp ote je de to nyala.
My stamp.
Ar wakata nyame wala njakal.
The way that happened, that's what surprised me.
You also said the area council should stamp it, but their stamp is not there.
Ya fole ko teke area council fana nyanta stamp la. Bay la stamp fango tije.
You see, Mr. Ja did not do anything.
Ajele Mr. Ja wo man fen fenkede.
But you and the CEO and it's only the alcalo who did something proper.
Bare te ni CEO ngamera alkalo damale ku kendo ke ngil lanto de. Nyin ko wol kono.
Okay. Okay.
Ha ndela tampo la tare bale aje de wayin jakal.
The absence of my
Okay,
stamp,
not a nyame.
that surprised
Because
me.
kat film chai ni matam.
Because how can you
Woman
sign something
siyanto
you
bu.
did not stamp it?
Well, you
That
are the
surprised me.
only one who can explain it. And if you can,
de wayin te fama jakal.
Lebe ngin sen.
Okay ta nyame.
That surprised me.
Council, does the witness confirm that the signature of his is authentic?
Yaman kame nyininka council wala nyindiko fo ite sedo fo ya sabatindi ko ila stampo nyi menke je fo stamp le me yalon ko
the signature.
ila sign o nyi ila sign o nyi yeme sign o menke je sign le me yalon ko sign to nyamale.
Ante fangole a sign. Na sign rola.
Yes, it was my signature.
Thank you.
Mike, council.
Thank you very much. Where was this guy allocated? Kasim Fadera?
Silan Kasim Fadera atolia samba muntolia dula jumale diala no.
Ala daman diala be area council fango bala.
The place where he was allocated was near area council.
Nala nyindula manjam fa bakanyo.
It was not far from the old place where he was.
Who did the allocation?
Jumale nyi asambaje dula nyi diatala.
Dolle le je diala.
We did it. We gave him the place.
Area council kapure.
Myself and the area council together.
When was that?
Jumale waketa.
Ameta birinyin ko wato.
Long time since this thing happened. We gave him the another place.
You are confirming that?
Akamunta ko ibo sen yandikan.
You are under oath.
Ko ibe kalole kono.
We would further investigate that.
Kontine la ko ko kiskisi de.
Men di tala wala warata nyem do fangoti ngam ta.
The person that was given to him was even bigger than where he was previously.
You see, I don't dispute that area council can remove people and reallocate the place to bigger investors, because you want to attract bigger investors to create jobs and things like that.
Ko mantra kanyin ko soso de ko area council se mol bondi dula doto isaje business bal dundi o dulato because alafta ka bundal le yele do ko lale o amango soso.
Yes, but if you demolish their places,
silang minul tata nungeni al tata le wala o dula ngi boy la bungol boy,
at least give them compensation.
al nyanta at least jusol jusu nyabrangol fanan dilela la
because you are giving it to somebody with more power.
adongal be a chika kangi bulle aliya di sembe mala.
because they did not build their structures there unlawfully, they built it according to law. Anyway, let's move on to another point. Let's look at Kasamanding Gasama.
Kasamanding Gasama la kuwa fana ngibe.
Tell us about Kasamanding, what happened?
Kasamanding na kuwa fumole muneketa.
Kasamanding denda mbesirin lundola ngaje diamola Trrc akanto foje.
Kasamanding, there was a day I was sitting in my house. I saw him talking at the Trrc, mentioning my name.
Akakuma kanwalu menu fo.
What he was saying,
aketambulu surprise let.
It was a surprise to me. See, okay.
Ketambulu surprise the nyame.
It was a surprise to me
because nin Kasamanding nana man hajo soto men keta nyosabo fangote.
Because I have never have any issue with Kasamanding, much more to have a push and pull with him or her.
So nata mo akanto for Trrc ko.
I heard her saying that I was the one who removed her in her house, if I may remember.
Surprise ballot.
That was a big surprise to me.
What
I was aware about Kasamanding's issue when she was living in my house. I am aware that there was a time some people were in summons at the revising court.
So
they used to go to court at Mansakongo.
Magistrate
I think the said magistrate did ask them about a question which they cannot, I think, whether they were not going to court or something like that. Later I heard that the magistrate has taken them to Janjambure.
Anna londo dantala koto labanen Kasamanding nanama affair soto sakura kak dunila kameya longo amanke silot.
That is all I know about Kasamanding, but I have never taken any decision about Kasamanding that she cannot carry.
Yeah. Were you an APRC supporter? That time?
Yes, I was. I used to.
You were card bearing, you were a member of the party?
Nana support nana APRC support.
Yes, I used to remember. I used to support APRC party.
And you used to wear asubi?
Anika asubil dunnu wato.
Amansia.
Not much. But you used to wear. It used to happen.
Ikamune dunnu.
Even if I used to wear it, but it's not usually.
Hold on. But mbatungata VDC la kuoto kotenke.
Okay.
So Kasamanding la ko.
Okay.
Loyal ya kumo bondi. The lawyers have, produced the point. Just like I was thinking, the VDC, they do not own land. They have not been entrusted with land. The VDC cannot transfer land.
VDC imang
ifansun kenol tebulu ko ite transfer kenol la
ito fanan transfer kenol la ko
VDC is transfer kenol because it all development entry point.
VDC can effect transfer because they are the entry point of every development in a particular.
And those
VDC members are also natives of that village. That being the case, they can make transfer if the villagers agreed.
Council, what's that provision, your instrument you read from?
No, it's the customary law of this country.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
The VDC is not a recognized structure in the administration of land in the community. The VDC is just to receive investments, things that would help the community. But the VDC does not own land, and it's not entrusted with the authority to administer land. The only person given the authority to administer land is the alcalo. It is the alcalo who can transfer the land, but not the VDC.
Yeah.
The VDC does not own land. The trustee for the land in every village is the alcalo.
Kuluai sembo di minna wolom alcalo te pour kanying bankolo ni
bar ni ala kayto nyimbala jube alcalo la tampo be jele ka transfer ni sembentu ya.
But if you look at the document, the alcalo stamp is there to empower the transfer.
Alcalo I stamp just like a witness.
Alcalo wa tampule rom pour ka sedoti. That is to empower.
Because the
alcalo is the custodian of the village.
In fact, the allegation is that this document, Exhibit 224B, is a forgery. You guys just falsified a document. You forced the alcalo, you applied pressure on the alcalo to sign and stamp it. That is the allegation. I'm not saying that.
No, manka what?
It's not that.
Who was the VDC chairman? Who was the VDC chairman in Soma at the time?
It's long time. Maybe if you look at the
because I want
it's long time now.
Well, here I have the law on village development committee.
Kana luwa lenyin karandi comme luwa nyimolu VDC kol
sa tela yiru wandi kafo la ila committee la luwa
Local Government Act. We would continue to look at it because I have just seen it. Okay, here it is. The Village Development Committee shall be responsible for identifying local development needs in consultation with the community. Prioritizing such development needs in consultation with the committee. Prioritizing such development needs in consultation with the committee. I think it should have been in consultation with the community. Raising, coordinating and managing financial resources at the village level. And shall be held accountable for all the financial and other resources. Mobilizing community participation in development activities. Implementing and managing such development plans and projects as the council may approve for implementation at village level.
Andun committee le fana be karla ferol landila anila tamandri sidol me ya lonko wala be sa karla sato yiru wandi landu be sambala ning ayatara council sondala be la ferol tala ya landi council nyati no ning adara council sondala isi blodu
supporting and strengthening all development oriented socio-cultural groups within the community.
Andun ka de maroke de yiru wala ko kume alonko fo ada yiru andi ko lam ban ko kume alonko sate yiru andi ko lam isi kafundan kala.
Carry out such other functions as may be assigned to it by the council or the ward development committee.
And si do go keno ninga tra council ya di la waranto ila ward committee nyingi wala di la purka ke la sate wala yiru wandi nafa.
In the exercise of its functions under this section,
ila tamandiro to nyin luwa koto.
A village development committee may operate bank accounts and appoint a treasurer to manage its resources.
Sate yirwandi kafo nying isi account o yela bank me alon ko be kondoso la jela ko be mabul dami andu si mo tombon fana me alon ko be tar la maraling ila nafulo le baf mele treasurer
and appoint such other officers from among its members as it may deem necessary.
Andung ila itol mo dantangol kono je si mo dol tombon no kono jele ni ngadara sulo be je.
Council, don't give Senator away yet. Is there an establishment clause in that act? The VDC establishment clause?
Yes, there is.
And there is no reference there as to whether or not it could acquire
land.
Land?
No. So that's why I have just read out the responsibilities of the VDC. So you see quite clearly it's not given responsibilities in allocating land. Because the VDC does not own land.
VDC be sate o men kono.
VDC in where they are residing in a particular village.
Wala tamu lan nyinti.
The land belongs to them.
So ni mo na ata puru ka nyine bulu.
So anybody comes to look for a land.
Si assign no le puru ya transfer o Maria.
They can be assigned for so that they can make the transfer to that person.
You have to have the capacity.
Chief, you cannot execute. You cannot lawfully execute a power that you do not have.
Ako chief, ite luwa tamandila mi alonko mo luwa soto. Wo sembo iman sembo dilela.
Bare along.
Do you recall, Chief? You had appointed an alcalo together with your commissioner, and it was unlawful.
Hakilu bulata ite chief ya alcalo ni tombo.
Inila
kumandang andu woni luwa manta.
But woni nyin case man killing.
This is the same, exactly the same thing. The VDC allocated land, it had no power to allocate.
Ni fana muku kilingolet ni VDC fana ye kordal di mol. Oni luwa manta.
Ndenga men understand wala mnyinti VDC musate wala kafolet.
What I understand is that VDC is an association for the
VDC
and our
VDC can recommend to the alcalo.
VDC also
that give land to this person because it brings good development to the village. But VDC cannot take the land and give it. Because who is the custodian of the land in your chieftaincy? In your chieftaincy, in your area. Who is the custodian? Who is the custodian?
The alcalde used to be the custodian in his village.
And who is above the alcalde?
The
so,
chief.
Which role, where is the VDC in that hierarchy?
VDC la lo dula moment wala musata wala development.
The VDC stand there is the redevelopment of the village.
Development bina akana through
any development that is supposed to come to a particular village, it has to pass through the VDC.
Just a moment. Okay. The land in the village is governed by customary law, correct?
Isn't
it? Oh. So the land
tradition.
Akamara Adol.
It used to be ruled by traditions.
And who is the custodian of the customary law in the village?
Apart from the chief is the alkali.
Is the VDC involved in that?
Oh, VDC
Ha, me ye dabulandi jenga wala foete.
Why they are involved in that's what I have said.
Is the VDC involved in the implementation of customary law in the village? The VDC is limited only to economic issues.
And in development.
Exactly. So the VDC has no place in allocating land.
VDC mahani palasi soto ka kordachi ka kadi mol.
Mol men be sata okono wolle le mandate de la pour ya land transfer.
The people living in that particular village are the people who gave VDC the mandate for them to make the transfer on their behalf.
Where is that mandate written in our laws?
Ila wosembo ya abasaferi nuntole na lual kono.
Ma wolonde baranga lonko BDC mu bundale te chata ko no me alonko yiriwa etolle be lori yiriwa so ni aje ye tol asan pour yake
all I know is that VDC is in the village for them to lead all development in the village.
It looks like this was just an afterthought to show that really this allocation was done for economic reasons. That is why you brought in the VDC here. It was just meant to cover up your activities.
No.
And you received $300,000 in the process. Shared by the signatories to this document. Okay. Okay. Show me the receipt number for the payments made for the processing of this document. A fee must be paid to process the document. Show me the receipt number.
Anyway, you remember the 224
Adula beje ajube bang. Look at the last paragraph. The last few lines.
Sapa labango nying. Nine labango nying wol jibe ba.
Anyway, I don't kaito from area council
Anyway, you know this document.
I
don't know why they did not.
But I don't know. If it was receipted, should the receipt number not have been quoted?
May kaito nyin sambana bondi area council.
The person who brought the document took it from.
So, new woman keje wato area council le work.
If at all that number, those numbers are not there, then it's
because land transfer kaito nyinga kabo area council.
Because the land transfer document used to come from the area council.
If the fee is not paid, would the transfer be valid?
Sila ning atare kodo minyanta jula kaito edada niwo manjo yamara kaito nyimbe bete yala ba kaito kendo
asikeno ama ate bete yala
maybe it will not be good
ba yalon kaito betol fangol lebul
But you know the document is under their custody.
But you cannot claim that this is a forgery because you have accepted that that is your signature.
Ma foko tapale walam.
I did not say it's forgery.
Ma foko tapale walam. Ika yin receipt number man yin nkate.
This receipt number that you are asking,
Ni woman kaji woto etolel ma kaji.
that number is not their fault. They are the one who did not do it. Because I signed it.
Alo sign ala tampo be.
Alkali signed it, his stamp was there.
Na sa to kono elders nyol fanan jamali asai.
And in our village, there are many elders, they also sign it.
They claim that you just put pressure on these people to sign. But this transfer did not go according to the law. That is what they claim.
Kansuli alon dula nyimman ke nyun dula nyimu tolelu tati. Adu ni ba di la fana ka di conditional le kan.
Council, you know this place, the place belongs to them, and if they are
Adu
giving
dula biri be bolaje fana
based on
ngamanke ko
conditions.
kasum dam mala botaje.
And this place also, when they were asked to vacate there, it was not only Kasum who was asked to
Te
vacate.
fango kungola kantingo boital.
Myself, my canteen was demolished.
Do ta boita.
Another person also
Kan
canteen
ni
was
tata
demolished.
soma ka bunjango legisla dal.
Well, Mr. What was the value of your canteen?
Your canteen
Cement bungolam.
What was the
was a
value?
cement block.
Cement bungolam.
Was
It
it
was a
up to
cement house.
30,000?
I will tell somebody here.
Estimate not.
Was it up to 30,000? Of course you know. You built it.
Yalo idota wato men na metade.
Because the time they were built, it was long time.
At that time, was it worth 30,000? Be careful, pictures of it might emerge.
Ani ndefani afola jamba nga kalolek. Ndefani afola.
Was it up to 30,000?
Ngakilo tewo mutanola because what mo cemento dabe nyamen. Cemento nka wato mempota what mo cemento damankuya.
Because at that time, the time we are talking about, that time the cost of cement was not.
No, what mo cemento damankuya ko biya be nyamen.
Was it up to 50,000, the value?
No, ama
No, it's not up to that.
So if you are offered 100,000, you would not mind to demolish a building of 30,000 just for that.
Council moment fendi naji.
Council, nobody give me.
Akachele pour development. Sa wala development.
It used to happen for the development of
You are on the oath. Are you telling the commission on the oath that you did not receive any money for this transaction?
No.
That answer is not satisfactory.
I did not receive anything.
You are saying that recognizing that you are on the oath. Okay,
Yes.
let us move on. We would verify whether an allocation has been made to all those people who have been moved. So now let's go to Kasamandi. Kasamanding said that you organized their arrest mainly because did Kasamanding object to certain persons she claimed were foreigners to have been registered?
They came from different villages.
And they were arrested? They were under your jurisdiction, weren't they?
No, they were not brought to me.
Didn't you take the matter to the police?
You know, that is not my job. I
Alung
also have my
jeman
own
ke
job.
amanche ko ye mol men ye wo ke bentela district ko da malaka
Not that those people who did that,
regional
they all
belam.
live in my district.
Yes, but you were an APRC militant. You were just not a supporter, you were a militant. You were pushing the APRC agenda in your village.
But ite man ke just APRC kanunteote. But ite fango mu APRC kafu dingoliti. Fango be APRC ko li ni mori kan ni fango na sa.
Nte ma wo ngani yo soto pour ka mota ka bulandi problemo kono wasifala kono ka fa ko am UDP le no
I don't have
ko
the
nteni
intention
mo
of saying
bele
that
kadil
this particular person supports
mo
UDP,
problemo
put
soto
in trouble.
kana yale ndela nyanto momenti la karola ngak nde bu ka jube ko kalamu UDP le karamu APRC le wala ba
Right, I have for you, I will do that
In
for
fact, Kasamanding said that after she was arrested, and you went to the police and insisted and ordered the police officers that she be transferred to Janjambure prison, because all the men were transferred to Janjambure prison and she was left at the police station. You went there and insisted that she also be taken to Janjambure prison.
Kasamandim fango continue ke tumi ka fako ite fango ite tara fo police station pour ka kango di police la pour ya Kasamandim bondi police kunda ya samba Janjambure kasoto kato on kelu be minu be nungeye be samba kasoto le faytu ate so ite tara je pour ka je ko foi sa bondi je ya samba Janjambure kasoto.
Omu tumiri kense ngoleta même for pour kante against
just against me.
But what agenda, why would she, of all people, she could have accused of that, why would she choose you?
Maybe hidden agenda
Maybe he has a
hidden agenda ba quand même fo wala manyinte ko akontel tata jen ko police wala ala bar wotonte fana mo sembe ma balati
because he said I went to the police station and asked the police
sembo wara batal
I am glad
that is the case. I am
glad
nata police
I am glad that you are sitting here downplaying the power that you have. The people in Jara, they thought you were ultra powerful. You had so much power, it was
unbelievable. I don't offend.
Well, people in Jara were afraid of you.
What do you people are saying? If I told those were my acts, because today I will not be there.
Well, if you did today what you were doing for APRC, you would still be in power. What party are you supporting now? What party are you supporting now?
I am not a supporter of any party.
Are you sure about that?
They said the chiefs should.
What party do you support now?
Party men can support. No, the political party that I support, I will not reveal that until I go to cast my vote.
If or say, which rally did you last attend?
Minto.
Which political rally did you last attend?
Political rally attend. Adama Sitan and beat him, man political rally attend.
Since this new government.
You call him Adama. Do you guys have a relationship?
I never.
No, a relationship. But for na president,
he's my president,
and that's about it. Just like he's my president. No relationship.
Is that
Chief Molbela
relationship?
What type of relationship do you mean?
Are you supporting his party?
I'm saying
that the political party that I'm supporting, I will not tell anybody until
because
I vote what they said we the chiefs we should distance ourselves from politics.
And you are respecting that.
Now respect.
Yes, I respected that.
Because
I don't normally go to political meetings. Except that when the president is on a tour and he happens to come to our region, I used to be present.
But they are all the same.
Because president
Because no, I did not see that as the same. The president is
So-
all of us.
so
He is
anyway,
our president.
Adun tollel be siring
Chief,
banko nyin kang
Chief,
pour kas ataman.
Chief,
We are the people who is in that region to do our work.
let's leave the point.
Yeah.
Okay? You have a right to support whosoever you want to support. But I think it is fair that you keep your support to yourself. And that is very fair. But during Yaya Jammeh's time, you were not doing that. You were openly an APRC supporter who was intimidating people who were supporting other parties. That's the allegation your people are making against you.
No, I never intimidate people.
Party Carle to Kawala support, wala Nanke Siland, and Tabukamo Siland.
So political party, no, I never intimidate.
Well, all the witnesses who testified here against you from your area claim to have been supporters of UDP.
Ha! Because what Montani Mantara party killing?
That can happen because at that time I was not in the same party with them.
So, and they are saying that you intimidated them, you persecuted them mainly because they did not support your party. You and Baba Job, for that matter.
Ya kafunyoma Baba Job balur
inside. It was just a plan since Baba Job is of late now.
Ye ferol le de da burkana jang ka o ferol landi jang kamala is a fence sotono
so that they can have something.
But you men be kanyum for sakonyen kasamandin ten woman nana na man affair so.
All these people, especially Kasamanding, I have never have any.
Benyim fomen na dunia le ke la moy na yankol fangol bella ila moy kan.
Yeah, the whole world is listening to me, especially my
ayen tonyen diro la me alon ka sembo warta.
Offended me seriously.
Kangola na adun me alon ko nana na ma adun tem.
Alleging me on something that I have never have an issue with him.
Okay, all right. Well, the Kabada people also said that you reported them to the NIA, saying that they were going to demonstrate against Jammeh, as a result of which they were arrested.
That never happened.
Where
they are seeing it, that's the way I am also hearing it.
But why are all these people really pointing fingers at you if you didn't do anything?
Yalan birim falindiro keta mol sita le ye ferolu de da mol kam men yalan koy tarta ya jamela mansa kunda kono pour que number
since the change of God, people start and discuss among themselves to late plan against people who were supporters of APRC.
Ni ba de da la fanan ka kala mutala because ñun men be ñun keteng.
And when they are doing that, aware because there are certain people who used to come and inform us.
But Chief, those days the chiefs were very powerful APRC supporters. If you are in the village, you don't support APRC, you have a problem with them. Many a times that happened.
Chief Bareo atul kono Chief Solde mo sembele malonde kaya jamela parti ñi support.
It's not like now where you are told to be neutral in your exercise of your function. You see, now you can sit in television and say that you have no relationship with the president. In those days, you would not do that.
Council politics for la dabulo politico kono keta birin karaba jawara jamanol.
Council, the involvement of the chief in politics that happened since Jawara's regime.
It got worse during the Jammeh era.
Jamela watola nata jawya.
Sikeno barente o dente la carola.
But for my side,
it was like that.
La carola.
On my side,
nte bukam mo binding na ka foko be mantara APRC.
I don't follow people saying that you are not a APRC supporter.
Because ni ajube
Because if you looked at it,
sate jamal be na banko ka UDP la ke gagné.
there are many villages in our regions. UDP used to won.
Yes, but you cannot force the people to vote the way you want.
That is it.
You see, even Kasamanding's case is corroborated by Kemeseng.
Kasamandin na ko fana ning Kemeseng fana na ko fana mata nyolal.
Suggesting that Kemeseng also conspired with Kasamanding to implicate you on this?
We left for the Kemeseng fana. Ning Kasamandin dental drong kay kafu puru kay ko ye tumi.
Kemeseng way munefo.
What did Kemeseng say?
He repeated the same story. That you got Kasamanding arrested and sent to Janjambure prison because he was a UDP supporter who pointed out those people who were registered by APRC and they were non-Gambian.
Ala kumo mansot. Kemeseng nyol be mol economy ni alon ko lula fitantol problem la because be damenton untol mantaraji. Ibe witch hunting nela.
We are not supporting there.
Ibe witch hunting nela.
We are doing witch hunting.
Were you witch hunting them?
No.
When you were in power?
Never, I never did that.
Nana mawoke tolel kachelo sambante kambante nana.
Yeah, the one who used to impose fight.
Tolel kachelo tilintela bante nana makele tilimmo.
Who used to impose fight on us.
During APRC days?
Yes.
APRC watola. Fanamboka bule noma.
Okay. You denied Kasamanding.
Yeah.
Would you also deny the Imam?
Imam Dumfana?
The Imam of Soma?
Soma la Imamu.
Didn't you take him to the police and have him detained there because of dispute in land, about land?
Foi masamba police oto ya foi ko ya mara
Alaji Karamo Kante
atu nyosa bole keta nyin korda ko ati Alaji
Karamo Kante la ku keta nyama si wasatano
Alaji Karamo Kante's issue I can explain that.
Did you take him to the police?
Nana masamba police.
Asamba num police oliale.
I have never taken him to the police.
Was he taken to the police?
Okay, was he arrested? Police oliale.
Maybe he was taken there, but I
suggesting you don't know? Are you suggesting you don't know?
He once went to the police.
On account of what? Just answer, on account of what?
The reason that he was taken to the police,
he
has a problem with the villagers. He is the imam of the village and he used to do preaching in the village. During his preaching, he used to insult the villagers.
So
then the villagers agreed for him, saying that what he used to do, let him stop it. He continued doing that. One day I was in my house, the alkali and some people came there to my house. They lodged in a complaint to me that the Imam Karamo, he used to make insult when he is doing preaching. They said they want to remove him as the Imam. I said to them that before you remove him, let me call him.
Mr. Witness, there may have been two issues. Okay, the issue of the imamship and the issue of the land between you and him. Okay.
That's why I am heading.
Okay, proceed.
So when
I called him,
the
person I sent to go and call him is called Wandifa Damfa.
And Abdu Dabo.
and Abdou Dabo.
Of the same VDC that you used in that document.
O VDC kilingol de min ta kay so ko.
Wal minna tan ko leddi.
These are your people. They do what you told them to do.
Mila molle.
Council du kara yam fanya ngani sate ya moy.
Ita lafta minute ko le tamandi.
Yaje. So biri tata no me ya fa ka ko sefo ko sita.
When they went to call him and tell him that the chief said you go and answer to him.
Akoye ko ntita dankulama because afale ke dankum fama mama ke dankum mama ate fanan nante dankulantelem.
He said to them that I'm not going to answer to him because his father used to answer to my father and his grandfather also used to answer to my grandfather.
So now he also has to come and answer to me.
Akonte fanan nyanta talan dankulama.
Now he also said I should also go and answer to him.
So bida ofo.
When he said that,
inata yakumo fonya.
They came and replied to me.
Modol beje wol nata fo ko hani bimbatun tol ngamuraka.
There are other people who said, now, let us go and return back to him.
Muruta the same thing I will for.
When they returned back to him, the same words, that's what he said to them.
So then I have alcalo ko shine.
Now I say to the alcalo now, I am excluding myself from it now. I'm not part of it now.
So
Then the villagers remove him. And his Kabila people. When he was removed,
president's office.
He write a letter to the president's office. He wrote a letter to the president, saying that I am the one who removed him as the imam.
So bring for another investigation team working.
When he said that they sent an investigation team, I was there. CIDs came to my residence, my home. They asked me about what happened about his Imam Isu. I told them.
So
They asked the villagers too.
So
they left. When they left,
report of and the order the arrest
when those people forwarded the report, it was that report, based on that report, they came to arrest him.
Mr. Witness.
Was taken to court.
Mr. Witness. We have another witness here. Abdurrahman Kante. Yes, but he too has a right to give evidence. And he said his father lent a plot of land to Yaya Jajus' stepfather to rear his cattle. And after a period of about 3 years, he was told that the land does not belong to him. And that it belongs to your family. And because of this confrontation, you removed him from the alcalship, from the imamship, and asked him to report to Mansakonko station. And as a result of that, he wrote to Yaya Jammeh. And then he got charged with giving false information. This is how
that never happened.
Okay, Kasim Fadera.
Okay.
Kasim Fadera also explained it like that. And he said, you are responsible for the removal and the arrest and the trial of Karamo Kante, former Imam of Jara, over a land dispute in the year 2011.
But council ndenga amere nyantale alef investigation team o kiyeta akanyindula almen fo ya kisi fo wala
Council, I think you should send an
because
investigation
Kasum
team
Fadera
so that they can find out.
Kasum munte jawolet.
Council is my Kasum is my enemy.
Asumu kabiring alanyin kanting ko fangomansi.
Well before the issue of this country.
Nibe jantel fenkol to atondi radio to wala newspaper to saja ento safeja allegation dolan.
Every day, if you read newspapers or radio stations, you will see that he will allege. Kasum, the type of person he is, you people, you don't know.
But we are also told that you are not as holy and as straightforward as you make us believe. Just like you are saying about Kasim, the people under your charge in Bara, in Jara, many people say you used to bully them. You used to impose your will on them to do what you wanted.
Adute kuma fola fana mensa aitandiko mensa aitanda tolla ko itolka mempo wala mutonya.
There is no witness and there is nothing that they can say.
But for this we have to
menje doro wala mukoibe ikafuna iftale puruka kumo fo ka kangolantela puruka ntoku.
They agreed among themselves to they connive among themselves.
Are you saying that there was no land dispute between the imam and your stepfather?
Land dispute man
yes, and he lent his land to your stepfather.
Adun council mbatu nga jesene andima.
Bado mandoma le.
Tanat soro nyanta sotola.
Bado mandoma ne onda be kanna sorno ni atare ndino atitano.
Okay. Ntoli ya kunkolu mu kabilo lelutati.
In our area, the farmlands belongs to the Kabilos.
Kabilo atebe kante kunda kabilo la kwa.
It belongs to the kante kunda Kabilos.
Ntolbe bakunda kabilo.
And we are from the Bakunda of Kabilos.
Telini na kunkolu lemu.
We have our own farmlands. And they also have their own farmlands. For example, if I happen to take his farmland, let him go to the court. He still now is there. Let him summon that elder person saying that he is the land belongs to him. And every time we used to have land trials.
The question is not whether there was a trial or not. The issue is that there was a land dispute, and then you retaliated on him by getting him
well, at that time he was removed.
They say that this land dispute happened before he was removed. You are saying it happened after.
Wo denden di kuwanyi na puruka afoko sefo na be nyosa ba kalana la wala tena bon
the time he wrote to the
hani so hani bi fa la vete timol wulindi eta so ma sa ta ko na yemol nyinenka.
But it was your people who removed him.
It was the villagers who removed him. For me personally, I never want them.
Because
it has never happened in our village.
But you see, you have a habit of removing really these powerful officers. You remove the imam, you also remove the alcalo. How many alcalos have you removed?
Never remove any alkali in my district. I never removed him. I heard him saying this thing in the radio.
The
problem that he used to say between me, myself and him, at that time he was not yet an alkali. A dog acquired at the swamp area.
So NEA and forestry nata foko je stop but ya fontele puru ngataji.
NEA and the forest they make an order for that to stop, but they passed through me for me to go together with them and inform me.
Okay, more never marali wo kuare la tele kaje banko afimolo.
They said it was Kemoren who is responsible of that. He is the one who used to sell land to people.
So nga fala mole nga na mol ci akampuru ya fa ko sama NEA ko wanin forest ko bina jampuru ngata wodulato ju.
And I sent people to him, inform him that NEA and forestry has sent people to me that tomorrow they will come here for us to go to the site.
So wolu nata
They came.
He
refused to go.
So wolle ya samba police.
Those are the people who took him to the police.
But at
that time he was not yet an alkali.
Well,
that's how it happened. These are all allegations that Kasim and others are doing just to tarnish my name.
Kasim has nothing to do with this. So if it was after that Kemoring became an alcalde.
Yes, it was after that.
Who removed him?
No, nobody removed him. He died there. I was the one who inaugurated him. Nobody removed him.
Well, we would further investigate that. Okay. And the case of Alaji Karamo Kante.
Alaji Karamo Kante la kuwoldo.
Who won the case?
Jumale nying kitio nyinganye.
I don't know.
You know he was freed. He was acquitted and discharged.
It was the magistrate who made him free.
Arrested.
I disagree to that.
That's what they say.
Where can I get that power for me to cause the arrest of a magistrate? Where will I get that power for me to...
You had the support of the APRC also behind you.
Huh? There are many words roaming about. Those words are never happening.
Because in time
myself sitting here, I was once removed from my chief. If at all I was the powerful man of...
Who removed you?
Was president.
Of course. You cannot compare your power with the president.
Powerful because Minister Beji, Governor Beji, but President Obeji, but on the
minister is there, the governor is there, the president is there. Now they are saying that I'm doing these bad things to people. And when people did bad things, they used to arrested them and now as people are saying that I used to do these bad things to people and they have never did anything. Am I the one who is powerful than anybody?
Well,
that surprised me.
They say you had the support of the APRC behind you.
No, council.
Weren't you amongst those who are going around the country trying to make Yaya Jammeh king? Mansati.
No, I'm not that part of it.
Are you sure you are not part of it? Well, we have evidence that you are part of it.
I'm not part of it.
I'm not part of it.
You've never participated in meetings to make Yaya Jammeh king. Answer that. Be careful what you say.
No,
you've never participated in any meeting. Anywhere in Gambia. Anywhere in Gambia.
Yes, they have a meeting in my area.
Because time oketale itata district oluto inte fana na district inataji.
Yes, they made travel. They traversed the country and they came to my meeting, my district also.
Amma beta o meeting to.
And you
Yes, I was present there. in
Ma
that
beta o meeting to ha.
You
Yes, I was
supported
present there.
making Yaya Jammeh king.
Ndiyo kuwa fana sembentu ya puka ya jameke. Mansati.
Wolu.
That day.
Wolu ha men ma beta je ya support.
That day, those people who were present there, they all supported him.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. So you people, you had a lot of power. Because you were going to do the ultimate for Yaya Jammeh, you enjoyed a lot of power. You were going to make him king of Gambia.
Ari alo wo be molle be okela. Wote keno la ko sefo lel be okela.
That depends on the people.
Because ni wo be kela molle be carte wo fay.
But all that is to happen, the people will vote.
My friend,
wote keno la ay wuli doron ay ke cindi.
That will not happen just like that for him to just.
Awulita dorong aketa chairman APRC head of state.
Ani bar woni ñi mankili. Me ya dine mankili.
The reason why they are different.
Ni mo be kala kinti wo banko molle be ka kafu ñoma yake je ñun do ay nañ ko
the people of that country has to stood up and make him a king.
You people just wanted to hijack our constitution and make Yaya Jammeh king.
Because
because if it is to happen, it has to go.
So how was it to be called? The kingdom of Kanilai or the kingdom of the Gambia? King James the First. Was it going to be like that?
And definitely.
So you wanted to sacrifice the sovereignty of this country? Really? The Republican status, rather, of this country? And make Yaya Jammeh king? No, it's a la mira lolo. But you supported it. You supported it. And you supported it.
Yes. I will not lie to you saying that I did not support it. No.
Allahu Akbar. So you wanted to sacrifice the Republican status of this country for a monarchy. So that your child has no chance of being head of this country. We are talking about what you are doing.
That is with the people. If people agree. Since it was stated up to the time he leave this seat, did he
because
because people knows that it cannot happen.
Well, now we believed that also, following the normal processes, there was no way Yaya Jammeh was going to be head of state in 1994. Aya busile for ama busi.
Yes, that is a coup d'etat. That is overthrow.
So, and you think he could not have organized a palace coup and declare himself king? Supported by the APRC.
Because being a photo for killing
since it was stated it's indicated to me that it cannot happen.
Okay, let's move on. And the last issue, Sadu Sow.
Sadu Sow loko nkata woto sai.
You guys had a dispute, didn't you?
Jeni Sadu Sow nyo sabo tal tema.
Take all of.
That's what he said.
Yes.
Take all of.
That's what he said.
And you got him arrested.
Nata ya muta.
And sent to Janjambure.
I never arrested him.
You got him arrested. You reported him to the police, and the police arrested him, and you ordered that he be sent to Janjambure.
I never reported him, and I never sent the police to go and arrest him. When he was taken to Janjambure, I'm not aware.
What was his crime? Why was he arrested?
Sadu ning ala nebo le ludunta nyola.
Sadu had a problem with his neighbors.
Dobeje ka fa Lamine Kebe.
Yes, but he said, but Lamin Kebe and those, what is their connection to you?
Lamin Kebe
hana te fa connection soto ya because na lunta wala matin tel le ya
also have a connection with us because he's a
connection soto nte aya dingo fa to lan.
He named his child after me.
Exactly. Yes. They are almost basically part of your family.
Yes.
When that issue erupted, didn't you go to the police?
Never.
To go
Did you go to the police that day?
I was not there.
But they said that you went to the police and complained that Sadu was insulting you and your family. But that's not
he did not say something that happened.
He also said that you sent him to Janjambure.
I want
to tell you one thing, if you can allow me.
Yes, ma'am. Police handle.
A case that was handled by the police. I cannot take any person to Janjambure. The only case that I can take somebody to Janjambure, that is a case that happened to my.
But case me relate criminal case
any case that is related to criminal, I have no hand in that.
But insulting the chief and throwing stones at the home of the chief, who would handle it? And throwing stones at the home of the chief.
Anybody who insults the chief, if you are trying that person, the chief himself will not be present there.
Because he tell him party do it.
You are the other party.
But you did that in the Sikunda case.
That one, the way it happened, as we used to say, if you are into something that you don't know.
But you knew, of course. You knew that, well, the alcalo, these people who are rejected, was chosen by you.
By the time we were choosing him, the people did not reject him.
But nobody ever accepted him.
Did that said Alcalo work with the villager until he died?
Because you imposed him on the people.
I never imposed him on them. It was their words. Their home.
Mr. Witness,
was the reason.
You have accepted that his appointment was unlawful. It was an imposition by yourself and the governor or council.
Since you have put to me that it is unlawful, I agreed. Anything that is unlawful, I agreed. You are more versed than me in the law.
And on this occasion, when you order that somebody be taken to Janjambure, who would take the person?
It used to be the bad messenger.
Just the bad messenger? Not the police?
Yes, together with the police.
Exactly. So Sadu is saying that you ordered that he be taken to Janjambure, and he was taken to Janjambure by the police.
That never happened. If I am to send it to Janjambure, I have to sign a warrant and sign it and send it.
Or you give it to the police. But you know the police cannot just take a person to Janjambure without a court order.
Police magistrate court order today.
But police used to go to the magistrate who normally prepare the court order.
But Sadu was not taken before any magistrate.
Wale Sadu imasa mahani kiti bundu.
Mbe wala la police oluni la fita mo remind la.
That's what I'm saying. The police, if they want to remand someone,
Ngamira council nyanta ala kuo fana nyinin kala mune atine ya samba janjambure.
I think council used to ask the cause why he was taken to Janjambure first.
But he said he was taken to Janjambure, okay, because he had this family dispute with you. He also had a problem with Kebe, the Kebe family.
That's not true. For me, I never have problem with him.
Because a family dispute
the family dispute that he is mentioning, his eldest son, he came to me and he said he has seen a girl whom he wants to marry. He asked me to inform his father.
So because
I take it that we are all one because they are our strangers. When I call him, I inform him that your son said he has seen a particular girl whom he wants to marry. He said he is not a part of it. I called the man, I informed him that your father said he's not in for it. That was the day I take my whole hand in it. Later on, I heard that they have tied the marriage.
But according to Sadu, you were instrumental in getting that marriage tied.
Council, I am appealing to you, go and investigate.
We are doing that.
Investigate.
Go and investigate these people.
The marriage was tied in Pirang. We know that.
I am not even aware of that. Whether it happened in Pirang or any these are all offensive that Sadu is doing to me, which is powerful.
Sadu's claim is that you have consistently intervened in his family by directing the affairs of his son, much to his disagreement. But it is as a result of that he consistently insulted you and you took him to the police. Because of those insults, you took him to the police and made sure that they sent him to Janjambure.
That's not
true. We would
people are even talking about it.
We would try to get the committal warrant from Janjambure to see who signed.
Try and because the ear is mentioned about it, you know the ear. If you do that, you will not realize that Sadu is just
and were you happy with that?
I just turned my eye on him.
Because even
Even his mother once called me in their compound. That day I found him beat his mother and throw his clothes outside.
His mother or his wife?
His biological mother.
I
was supposed to do it to him.
That alleges that you're trying to take the land he lives in from him.
That one also. That compound, we did not give it to him. It was given to him, to his father. And now he wants to sell that compound. And the compound does not belong to him alone. He went to the alcalo for that. The alcali called me and asked me. And I asked the alcalo not to sign his documents. Because the compound does not belong to him alone. It was given to his father.
So, but his claim is that you want to take away that land from him, claiming that it was given to his father and not to him.
Because
how can that happen? Because
He is saying
a house more
that
than
you are
20
claiming
years.
that the land belongs to your family.
Bare ako ite ba foka ne ko ite ba foka ko kordan atoletam
antelle li adiala barenta tala bulu because dingo membe sadu bulu dimme
Altata la bulu or almata no.
Yes,
Altata la no.
gave it to his father because his father
mata bulu adunta tala fan.
he has a large family.
Because wokola after bila ala fita o wafiro fangokel anata na kaito anata ta gofano yala ko explain we nkumanda fanya nata kaito deda me yalon ka fato le kataje because ati dam matante o kordati afama ani modo le
He went to the governor. The governor called me.
Do you accept that you can no longer take the land?
No.
I'm not thinking of that. I never think
But
of
you
that.
accept that.
bare sonta le ko itatano la
I cannot take it.
because dingo membe sadu bulu ngalon
Because Sadu, the family he has, I know.
ala dindo fango be jente ngawso kordal.
One of his or our son, I even give him a compound.
Okay, at least he would have peace of mind hearing you say that you will not take the land and you cannot take it.
When I sadu sondo mo man correct. Billahi wallahi tallahi nkalta ala me sangoni banko a sondo mo man correct.
Mental balance.
Ndele nga fo ha.
I said,
Sikeno abe siringa njube anim fana ya mol men be je wol fana njube.
My people also they are looking at watching.
Wala ko e kala ko investigate ye ta janjambure ko me ya ascend.
Investigate his issue and
ye waranto nyin check.
So
of
all these allegations against you, the only one you accept is the Sikunda one.
silan tu birol be
Sonta wala.
be fo jan ite sonta mi nolon sikunda
Sikunda tan sonta wala.
Yes, the Secunda one I agreed.
Bari nyin dolu be mu fabrication kumollet.
All these ones are fabricated.
But the land transaction did not go properly.
bare nying
Na wanta properly bari lan nyi mun chate wala tat.
If it did not go properly, but the land belongs to the
Ate wala tam lan nyinti.
The land belongs to the
And,
village.
and you people connived and sold it.
la tol dental tata ko korda waf
Italem ntolle tamu dulate ntolle ma wafi ngadi molle la.
Ours, but we did not sell it. We gave it to somebody.
Ntolle ma wafi de.
We did not sell it.
You saying nothing was given under the table?
iko man ko di yalla
Muna kasum fadera la kumolle woluti.
That is Kasum's word.
Kuru sango famandi.
songo
Tu song wandi ntol ka lan di molla ntol la kenolu ngab jama di molla free.
We used to give land free.
Ni na ata je ani bin si so lan la.
Even today, if you come there, I will give you land.
Ana miran ka fe afo nde ngam mon korda men di molla o si ata bak. Na che bale kordal men di molla si.
Kuru sango fambukadi.
Ani sa ni nge sok lan la. Ni la feta dala si chemo be fulu ko nya ko sebo. Ya bi ke bulo ko no ko nyimuta.
So wala kita nyen fenko.
Ana woman ka nyim fenko woman ka ji.
No, this transaction, that
Well,
one did never happen.
Ni woye nyim fere le mala ya fere nyamen.
This one
Well,
was a
yeah,
fraud.
fair by giving $300,000.
Ya malo ya fere nyamen kanyen kaito bondi ka foko
the plans
false le munye manka false.
Delayed until they are able to secure these documents.
Because land you mun so man ko la dan le.
Land belongs to the people of Soma.
Anyway, the transaction was not very well structured.
war kayto nyi dara nyame
Malo mayo mistake ko sabo bari yalo
No,
dika
that
tapale
what
yake
caused that
fenne to
mistakes.
itante ment. Ika tapale yake wala to bari itamu fengo ment.
You can make
Ibe mo tapale yala wala purumu.
fraud on something that doesn't belong to you, but that what belongs to you. What fraud are you going to get involved in?
Mr. Chair, I have no further questions for Mr. Jajusi. Thank you very much.
Wama nyinin karo seto e kotengez akawal for kiamani ala nyinin karo e adanda janne.
Thank you very much, Emma Council, and thank you, Chief Jajusi, for coming to testify before the Commission.
baraka mbake council baraka mbake chief jajusi inata nyame ka sede aro di commission
I have just one question to ask you,
nin kar kilindoro ne be mbulu lafte nyinin kala minna
but before doing so,
janni mbake la
I need to tell you what we have been hearing here for almost 2 years.
ma fole ko ntol kami moy nun jang sanji fula kono
It is in the context of holding regional hearings.
Ko nyanta tala le nying
abelari nyala me alon ko nyana daral tundu moyrol la tundoldo.
We had hearings in Jambur, Sibanor, and Esau.
Siul bekele Gunjur, Sibanor, Jambur, Sibanor ani Esau nga untata jebelale.
On the theme of witch hunting.
Bolom nangim buwa kuwol.
We have been approached by representatives from LRR. And as I said, even before the witch hunting trip started, we were told that the human rights violations and abuses that occurred in LRR were far more numerous than many parts of the Gambia. When were we going to look into those violations in LRR? I was expecting perhaps even weeks of hearing these violations in LRR. Maybe the regional hearings should continue for a very long time for that to be confirmed. But what we heard yesterday and today, I did not get the impression that either LRR or specifically Jara was in utter chaos. And that's where my question comes. Was it really just some storm between Qasim Federa and Yaya Jajusi that has just been exaggerated? And they sounded as if all Jara is in chaos because you have these two people who are at each other, and you have land issues that don't that's not part of our mandate.
Kulo mi alon ko be ite ya jaju sinin Kasim Fadere tem jokom ye jawyale batol tema wala janjanta ten wonata yele masata ten ka fako ko fitino le be LRR ni korda ño sabol fana kuol be.
Tell me if indeed there were these massive violations and abuses of human rights in Jara during the 22 years of Jammeh's rule.
Afonye tonya Jara ji LRR fonyi handa madi nyanta tinya keta LRR le bake wato minna Jammeh siring mansayala.
Please, Chief, you have the floor.
Silang ibu naye le police jabe.
Okay, Chairman, abaraka bak.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Ya lontenin Kasum Fadera temo.
You know, between myself and Kasum Fadera,
Kasum moleti me alonko animole ka collaborate.
Kasum used to collaborate with people.
Because even more for council fan, even another report president.
He once even reported me to the president. I did not say that to council.
A letter was of a president.
He wrote a letter to the president
about
this land.
Investigation amount.
And that one also, there was an investigation that kick-started. What he said, and they came and asked the villagers. And they further went and asked the area council. What he said and what those people said is different.
So wale atina arrest for follow up to arrest.
Well, this is why the arrest that he is referring to, the first arrest, he was arrested.
Now
yes. That one I was aware of. But apart from that, what he said, things happens there in LRR, I am not aware of that.
Human rights violation.
Bad things happen in LRR, human rights violations occurred in LRR.
I
know that he is somebody who used to create problems. He is a problem person.
Ani kunum fanga brabe testify la jante la telephone me dan kuno more than 1,000 calls.
Even yesterday when he was testifying here, he received several calls, more than 1,000 calls.
Well, he's probably receiving 1,000 calls now.
People used to call me and say, tell me that your guy is testifying at the TRRC, he is lying there.
So that
shows me that what he is saying, I am not aware of that.
Because I told you,
because you people were not there, he just manipulated things and come here so that you people will trust him. If you people knows that the type of person he is, even his single word, you will not take it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
I know that one from him.
Yeah. Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Otherwise, Chief Judge, if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so.
Commissioner Solomon in Carasoto, Bundabe di Telepuri, la Kumaka
Yo, follow me, I'll be tend to Lambal Jaila.
First of all, I'm thanking each and everyone. I'm also thanking the chairman.
Council Fanamba attend to la Kalakul Chambandi Nyaman professionally.
I'm also thanking council, lead council, the way he do his things professionally.
Allah members will be tentula.
I'm also thanking all members here.
TRRC mu dulalti me ya lonko tonya dulalam.
TRRC is a place where truth is revealed.
Adun important ala pour na.
And it is important for people to come.
Nte fangola na janga diatanya.
Myself coming here I'm happy with it.
Because nyunuka tulantolu folaika kumalu for many along ko manken songoluti.
Because anytime these people used to mention my name in telling me something that are not my habit.
Especially Kasum Fadera and Amonyol.
Especially Kasum Fadera and Co. This is why when I was called here, I was very happy.
Because men akakumol men for ni wol keta damento womol woliented wol battle lamoela le bente fana lamo.
Because what he used to say, those people, they will listen to him and they will listen to me too.
Ntenate men katonya for wolu alone.
Myself and him, who talk the truth, they know.
So wakamala Allah kumandi jang kontana tawala ba.
For that being the case, for you people to call me here, I am happy for that.
Adunga lonko albe janne prumo be.
And I know that you people are here for everybody. And you don't support anybody.
So support can.
And you should know that people are supporting you too.
Because
many things have been said that people were not aware of before. Many things happen that people were not aware of. But since the establishment of this TRRC, people happen to know many things that they were not, it was not known for. Even myself today, I understand that today you call some people here who have difference among themselves, but they came here to reconcile. That is a way to God.
Because
God said, let's forgive one another and accept one another. If we do not do that, our neighborhood will not be good. There are many countries that where bad things happen, countries like Rwanda, like Sierra Leone, Liberia. These kind of things happen there. People reconcile. Their neighborhood is now okay. And I believe that Gambia too is not a big country. We are all one family.
Political difference wakadu molu temala.
Political difference used to occur among
Anim pangol lada makuyalo.
and also among ourselves, the differences used to occur.
But womanya nati na mawolu bang nyo tema.
But that should not stop us for us not to come together.
Nyinka malanshita no nyola ntolle beta mu Gambia.
So that we can move together. The Gambia belongs to all of us.
Isa agency Gambia la nafa sotono.
So that we can all benefit from the
Gambia. Tembo man to democracy lebe Gambia.
Now where we are, we have democracy in the country.
Adun democracy membe jang.
And the type of democracy we have,
Mol bele ba enjoy kan.
each and every one of us is enjoying the move.
So wakamala.
For that being the case,
Mbal tentula.
I'm thanking you.
Meman sakunda fanan tentula ulmen ya lonko anin wolle lenyim kuolu londi anin Gambia anin parliament.
I'm also thanking the government and the TRRC and the National Assembly, whom
ulmen ya lonko tolle kalwalu deda.
National Assembly, those are the people who normally draft the laws.
Ngalo ye molle tombonke kenyin ko nyato men ya lonko wolle londo sotole.
I believe that they have selected people to spearhead this thing, whom I know that I believe that they have the knowledge.
Adu sis tonya nim fani afana bondi no nyot.
They will be able to distinguish truth and false.
So kamala mbal tentula bake mbal jail.
That being the case, I thank you, all of you.
Mbe duala fanan fo ala sikairo ka mbe nyim Gambia banko
I am praying to Allah the Almighty so that we will all enjoy peace.
Nganyatiling karte fayola fanan shake kairo kono ay ban kairo kono ala entanka fitino
As we are heading to the election, I'm appealing, praying to God that so that we can do it peacefully and end it peacefully in the country. That is all I have, Chairman. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. With what you said about injuring the people of Sekunda, would you be inclined to have a reconciliation committee involved in arranging reconciliation between you as the current chief and as the one who was involved in the Alcaloship issue to reconcile with the people of Sekunda?
Ako, tumala menna itele fang isonda nyinna ko kolea me alon ko la Sekunda ko ka isonda la ko asa bo nyin akete wala silang foi be parere ni nyinna le bang pour ini Sekunda ko ale si comme bi ñoo somandala ñi ben si fa men keta janteng ale muru ñoo kan men keta nu ale ñina wala ale muru ñoo kan foi be parere wo ben si fa soro ini Sekunda ko tema le bang pour ben si fa soro
mbe parere ngala because mbadi ngol lelum.
Yes, I'm ready for that because they are my relatives. That village, if you hear they are saying, calling the village Sekunda, it was founded by our elders. Our surnames are Cs.
So they
are my relatives. I have younger brothers there.
Even
when this thing happened, I have my nephews there too.
What
goes no is okay. For us to reconcile and apologize to one another, I don't think that should be a problem.
Because
if a person agrees that I have offended you, the person who offended should be the one who should apologize. It's like that.
That's very good. We will inform the chair of the Reconciliation Committee to see if we can look into that.
Ako bere ada bakele kia mano me marling ni se nyolo la committee nyi na be nyomo la ya jube fo if ye mem fo dem fo abekeno la bampuru ye kumandro kala alina si ale bolo sero ke nyola.
Okay.
Anything to bring peace to Jara West would be great.
Boku me alon ko wolbe Cairo na la Jara West je obekelo kubalde.
Inshallah.
Thank you again, Chief Jajisi, for your testimony.
Numbarabake Chief Yaya Jajisi ila sedandiroro.
For coming all the way from your region to come and testify before the commission.
Kabonang hani kabonang fo ila tundo kan kana fo TRRC jang kana ila sedandiru di jang.
Council, do you have any submissions to make? If so, please proceed.
No, I thought the CSS were going to get him some jogonal since lunches.
That's good. Apologies again for not serving you lunch, but we were caught up in the reconciliation event today, and I'm glad you saw a bit of that. Maybe that's encouraged you to agree to reconcile with the people of Masikunda. But again, thank you very much indeed, my chief, for coming. We will resume our proceedings tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock sharp. Thank you all very much. Meeting is adjourned.